Roma Army stuns this woke feminist on the Whatever podcast, simply ending her career. Roma Army goes scorched earth as the rest of the panel goes quiet on this particular topic, where they talk about what the women should choose, as well as the fact that this woke feminist talks about how much women don't need men, and Roma Army definitely puts her in her place. So let's get into this from the Whatever podcast with Roma Army absolutely ending the career of this woke feminist.
Whatever. So yes, sure. What's the percentage though?
I don't know.
10? Well, yeah, 10. It doesn't have to be precise. 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%.
I mean, probably
Closer to the mic.
less than 20%, maybe.
Less than 20%.
30%.
30%. Okay.
Now, what percentage of the bears that you pass do you think is going to attack you?
I mean, I don't know. 0?
So and then
Hold on.
I'm not-
What do you think? What percentage of men?
Google it. It's literally up there.
You tell me.
It's
What do you think?
Google it.
0.0002%
You have my
of
phone.
men are going to commit
don't
a
be
violent
rude to
crime in their
Brian.
life. I have this
Thank you, my Caucasian.
As he raises a glass. Basically, when I think about the question, I think about the way people answer it. Anyways, the way that I answer it is a lot of the times, I mean, I don't know, I guess everyone's like, most of the time you don't even know they're there, but when I think about it, it's kind of like the thought of the possibility, and like you said, yes, I guess it's fear mongering, it could be whatever, the possibility of versus the possibility of nothing versus the possibility of like nothing versus, or like nothing versus death.
use essay, please.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Please gotta be careful.
Sorry.
Yeah, but nobody said, would you rather be killed by a bear or by a man? So this is disingenuous. Oh, sorry. Essayed. So it's just a disingenuous argument to avoid saying my argument is based off of a logical fallacy. We could just say what it is. That's fine.
Oops.
Oh, girl.
Yeah, I was like, you lost me, honestly. I was like, I was still going to continue, and then she started talking, and
I feel like you have a lot of opinions for somebody who has experience with only 11 men versus the women who have experience with a lot of men.
That doesn't mean anything.
What if-
That doesn't make
What
a
if-
difference.
Wait, what does that mean?
Okay, so you're saying I don't have experiences with men?
No, she's saying, I think, that
No,
you,
right,
you,
no,
you
that's
have
what you're
less
saying.
been with enough
Okay.
men to be
Of your
essayed enough to have an
thousands-
opinion on this.
No, wait, Brian. I grew up on the streets, okay?
The mean
So-
streets of Canada.
Yeah,
The
no,
mean
yeah.
streets of
Why
Canada, eh?
He's from the
Why are you
mean
even
streets
here
of
giving your opinion when
Vancouver.
you're not even a U.S. citizen?
What the hell?
Because what?
Your
What the kind of like
arguments are
nationalism
baseless.
is that?
Because
No,
we're not going to Canada and telling our
You're-
opinions.
mental gymnastics.
You're
You
digging
said,
yourself into a
Hold
deeper
on.
hole right now.
You said
I know, and
don't-
she keeps just feeding into it.
No, ma'am. You said I than you, so I have more experience with men. I'm telling you, I not only grew up in social services, but I grew up on the streets. And where I'm from, if you're a woman on the streets, you either marry, you get pimped out. I chose not to get pimped out. So I have plenty of experience with men. I have been sexually assaulted. I've actually been sexually assaulted twice by women, and I was molested by my older brother as a child. So don't think for a second that I'm coming here with some naivety to men, because I have plenty of experiences with negative men. Does that mean that I'm going to look at those men and say, Brian's going to do the same thing? This gentleman over here is going to do the same thing? 90% of the population is going to do that? No, because I'd be doing myself a disservice, and as women, we should not be living in this constant fear where we think that men are just going to come like us, and we should be living in the forest with bears. It's a disservice to
Nobody
us.
said we wanted to live in the forest with
You
bears.
know what I'm saying. I'm paraphrasing. I have
don't
plenty of experience, and whether I'm American or not, it doesn't matter. I'm right above you guys. This isn't Romania versus the U.S.
I don't
break.
think it should be a fight
Like,
of...
give me a break.
I don't think it should be a fight of who's been
There's some
essayed
crazy bears
more
in Canada too.
to have a more...
Yeah, literally.
Bears in Canada square up
We
the
have-
second they
we have
see you in the
Rocky
woods.
Mountains. Like, we got some.
I think that is a little bit of mental gymnastics to say you'd rather take an encounter with a bear over a man. Just a little. stretch. It's not to say all men are going to do that. It's that we don't know who we're going to have that encounter with, so we don't want to take that risk.
But
you know it's
when
gonna
you're
go
doing
back.
that, you're implying that it's a high percentage of men that might do that to you. You're implying that there's a good percentage of men.
It is.
Whereas
I mean, that's definitely true, but I mean, let's be real here. This feminist here claiming that, I don't know where she decided to say, you're from Canada, you don't know any of these kind of things. Well, guess what? These kind of incidences between men and women take place everywhere, okay? It takes, no matter what country it is, all right? So say then that, you from Canada, she's from Canada, and she shouldn't have any kind of say-so on this particular topic and stuff. Guess what? She actually does, because she has more experience, more negative experience than her and everything. I mean, it seems to me her experiences with men, the feminist experience with men was from choice. Roma Army's experience, however, is because of force. Okay. And we've actually heard about what her experiences were. She was on the streets and everything. She was going through social services. I even follow her on TikTok as well. Okay. And the fact of the matter is that she's been through a lot of stuff. But guess what? She still became an advocate for men, because she has men that were best friends that were men and everything. One in particular was her best friend. Unfortunately, he took his own life and stuff. So that's the main reason why she's advocating for men. Okay, I'm not sure if it's the only reason or how many other reasons there are, but I know that's a big reason why she's advocating for the mental health of men. And men don't have that kind of platform. Women do, however. Okay, they got it from different female figures, male figures, magazines, the entertainment industry, politics, all of that. Men, we have just barely anything as a platform. We don't have a platform. Okay, so not a lot of people are out there defending us as much as they are defending women. Okay, so that in itself is a huge problem.
it's
Wait,
actually a
give
very
us a
small
percentage.
It's the number one reason for unaliving pregnant women is their partner.
No.
Wait, hold
That
on.
doesn't mean they were
That is a
great.
statistic, but I'm saying, like,
What is the percentage? Give us the percentage.
I don't have my phone
Children.
on
No,
me.
Just
you
what you
have it.
look, I'm not asking for if you're wrong, it's okay. What do you just generally think?
Of what percentage?
The likelihood of just that you plop the average random man, sorry, not average, you plop a random man, adult man in the forest. What is the percentage of these men that you think are going to take this opportunity to essay a woman?
I'd have to deduct it from the statistics of women who are being essayed or harassed or whatever, which it's 1 in 2 women for harassment and it's 1 in 3 for assault.
Why? You know
So
what's
that's a
weird
big
though? You know what's
percentage.
strange?
Most assaults
Is that they collapse all these lesser forms of harassment under this sort of umbrella term of SA. For example, I think it'd be unfair to collapse full-on violent stranger grape and put that under an umbrella term of SA, and that includes catcalling or street harassment. These are bad things. These are bad things. Catcalling bad, etc. But it's kind of disingenuous when it's 1 in 2 women have been raped, or
No,
one time
that's
a guy
harassment.
made eye contact
I'll give you
with
a
them.
better
What the
But
fuck?
if it was if you'd rather be in the woods with a bear or Brian, I'm going to choose Brian.
Sure. Okay, so
obviously.
here's a
Nope,
good
choosing the
example.
bear. Brian's very scary.
You're saying women would pick the bear because men most often commit violent crimes, which is true. Okay, so if Brian were to sit here and say women are the number 1 killers of their children in America every year, they are the most to abuse their children and the most to kill them, and then Brian were to say, who would you rather leave your child with, a woman or a cougar?
Oh, that's a good one.
Are you gonna sit there and be like, oh, it's the cougar? Because no, you're gonna say give it to the
No,
woman.
but 97%
That's a
of
good
all
one,
perpetrators of child abuse is men.
That is unequivocally false, and
That is not. Go look it up. It's literally on the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, but you're from
97%
Canada, so you wouldn't know.
Specifically for
towards
sexual
children.
abuse.
97.
Here she goes again, this woke feminist claiming that Roma Army, we know it's because she's from Canada, okay? Roma Army does her research, okay? Before she prepares for any kind of debate or any video and stuff, she does her research. Why? Because she's trying to go ahead and put this message out there about why men are far more harsher victims than everybody think they are, okay? So, and also not only that, but also that men's mental health matters too. So Roma Army is actually a champion of this whole particular thing. And Roma Army is definitely dropping different truth bombs and stuff, whereas the woke feminist is just simply giving nothing but insults.
1%. Can you look that up? Can you fact check that?
I think she said specific to sexual abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Abuse in general, though, is
But then,
perpetrated
see,
by more
again,
women.
your mental gymnastics. I'm saying abuse and murder. Can we stick on that?
Yeah, and my little sister works for social
No,
services.
mental gymnastics.
And
Great,
she
I grew up in it.
literally has
Cougar
had
or a
every
woman?
single case has been
Cougar
a man.
or a woman?
I don't even have a
Yeah,
kid. I don't think I should speak on it since I don't have a child.
There you go.
Yeah, that basically she definitely lost that particular debate. But the fact of the matter is her career just definitely has been ended and everything. This woke feminist here had a career ended by Roma Army. I'm a fan of Roma Army. I mean, if like a lot of people have a problem with her, understandable, then there's some fans of Roma Army because guess what? I mean, no matter how you feel about her, she does, have some stuff to back up. I mean, I know she has still have a beef with, what's his name? His name just with Andrew and everything. But at the same time, I mean, whatever that's going on between them, that's between them. Okay, so basically, like, I'm sticking to the facts that Roma Army definitely provided statistics as well as evidence here. I mean, this woke feminist here, just like a lot of the other woke feminists out there, just basically stating, like she said, mental gymnastics and stuff, having statistics for one thing without even trying to answer the question. Okay, so they don't want to answer the question. They want to dance around the issue and stuff. So that way, either they don't want to be proven wrong or be held accountable, or even both. Okay, so that's basically where it is right now. Let me know your thoughts about this with Roma Army going scorched earth, absolutely stunning this woke feminist, ending her career as the rest of the panel goes silent. And I'll see you all in the next one.